Welcome to Digital Do-Gooders, a series that features unassuming heroes who use their social media powers for the good of your mental health, especially in these crazy-ass times. Hi, I'm Karen/Racket Chick. Today I want to talk about the anxiety of being a female entrepreneur and how being a part of an online community actually helps her build her own queendom. Maraming alam dyan ang guest natin today. Here's Melissa Profeta of Queens in Biz on Spotify.
Hello, Karen. Thank you for having me. Excited
Hi.
ako.
Thank you for gracing this little show of mine. Yun.
I'm happy to be here and to share stuff about them to your audience.
Yes, thank you. That's very important, by the way. Oh, anyway, first, welcome everyone here. This is Melissa. Melissa is the founder of Queens in Biz. That's a podcast. It's on Spotify. I've had the pleasure and the honor to be a guest ng kanyang Queens in Biz podcast last year. Thank you. But now the tables have turned. Ako naman ang mag-host sa iyo. Oh,
Push laban.
push, kitty push. Okay, let's start. The first thing I want to ask you to tell you about is that I invited you here primarily because of the pandemic. Ang daming nanganak na mga new entrepreneurs. Diba? There's a lot of new businesses na nagsilitawan. And at the same time, all these mga entrepreneurs are medyo nangangapapa, going through the usual birth pains, at saka nandun yung tinatawag nating anxiety. Kasi this isn't something they planned. They were basically thrown into this new situation. Yeah. So not maybe, but you can definitely help them when you talk about Queens in Biz. So right now, Melissa, first things first, kwentuhan mo naman kami how you came up with Queens in Biz and why.
Yan. Actually, kinakabahan ako pag nag-i-interview si Karen. Kasi napanood ko lang to eh. Pero sige, kukwento ko yung background ni QIB. So actually, Queens in Biz is a project of the Hi-Fi Network. So the Hi-Fi Network is a Facebook group. It's a Facebook community that I built siguro mga 2 years ago. And the main intention kasi of building that close group is to invite yung women who are in the same journey as me. So ako kasi, I am in the service-based industry also and I run my own agency. So hindi, may iba-ibang lumalabas kasi na bagong entrepreneur, na parang gusto mag-agency and then meron ding existing na agency owners. And so may tiers din. Pero kasi there are times na I felt that hindi ako maintindihan nung iba and I wanted to speak to a certain group of people who are doing the same thing as me na. So that's the first start kung bakit nag-open si Hi-Fi Network. And then it grew. Kasi during the conversations that we had inside, so I realized na pagdating talaga sa entrepreneurship nga, so pagiging business owner, lalo na pag girl ka, pumapasok yung factors about love life.
Ayun na.
Yan. Mga relationships, love life, ayan, mga stuff about friends and so on and so forth. So kaya naging mas general yung theme ng pinaka-community, si Hi-Fi Network. And then I was thinking, since we are very tight-knit kasi yung start ni Hi-Fi, as in yung kaibigan ng kaibigan ko lang yung pwedeng pumasok. If wala tayong connection, hindi ko makakapasok inside.
Okay.
Parang ganun yung nangyayari sa loob. Because the conversations kasi inside are very personal. And then I also have influencer friends who are posting inside and they want to keep their privacy. So, kaya naging safe space siya. Kaya lang sabi ko, syempre, habang nag-uusap kaming friends, it boils down to us having one of the missions namin in life, which is to empower women. So ako kasi, baka mag-ano tayo mag sobrang dramatic tayo pag kinuwento ko na yung aking background. Pero ang lalim din
Oh.
kasi ng pinaghuhugutan ko. And I know that yung iba, malalalim din yung hugot nila and all.
Mm.
Kaya talaga yung drive to empower ladies is talagang mataas. So kaya it pushed me to building this asset na QIB or Queens in Biz. Actually, it started lang as a live stream eh. Live stream lang
Mm.
siya. Live show, ano lang siya, ni-stream ko lang siya sa Facebook, yung first season niya. And maganda yung mga feedback na nakuha ko kasi when I ask questions sa aking mga lady friends, sobrang lumalalim yung conversation and ang nangyayari is talagang nagiging educational, uplifting, inspiring. Ganun yung naging tema nung usapan. Kaya lang, the problem was, sa akin naman, yung internet, kasi di ba
Ah,
nag-pandemic and all,
yes.
sabi ko, shucks, yung internet namin lumala. So
Ah,
parang yung internet provider ko nun, parang na-hit sila ng pandemic.
mm.
Tapos naging sobrang sagad, naging problema ko siya. And hindi na ako makapag-stream. So sabi
Mm.
ko, para matuloy ko to, kailangan ko na mag-change na lang ng platform. If video focus naman, ang hirap din for me kasi wala sa internet. Hindi
Talagang yun
maganda
ang
yung
ano
internet
eh.
ko.
Okay.
Oo, yung pag-upload,
Mm-mm.
pa tsaka pag-record, hindi niya kinakaya. So sabi ko, sige, so the next form na best talaga is a podcast na lang.
Mm.
And another thing is, hindi rin kasi lahat ng business owners, entrepreneurs has the luxury of time to tune in ng live.
True.
So they can, gusto nila yung multitasking eh.
Yeah.
So, listening and then probably cooking, ganyan. So, ako din naman kasi ganun din yung behavior ko. So, I decided na, sige, so let's create na lang our own podcast asset. So, kaya nagkaroon ng Queens in Biz ngayon na podcast na siya.
Mm.
Yay, season
Ang
3 na.
galing! Season 3 na! Ang galing, winner.
So,
Kailan mo ba na-start
oo.
yan? Kailan mo start ang Queens in Biz?
Last year,
Last
before the lockdown.
before. Grabe.
Yeah,
Grabe,
yeah.
three
Before
seasons
yung,
na.
di ba, ang lockdown March.
Yes,
Yeah, ang
March.
bilis nga ako. Hindi rin ako hindi rin ako makapaniwala.
Ang galing ng ganon. Yung kapag
Because
na-sustain
kasi,
mo, ang galing. Ang sarap ng feeling.
ay, season 3 na achievement to.
Di ba?
Tsaka, oo, kasi ang nangyari din kasi is, hindi lang ako yung naging host na. So, I have co-hosts na with me who
Yeah.
are also interviewing other women na friends of friends pa din. Ayun nga. Pero actually, the real theme nitong QIB is for us to inspire and perhaps educate them through the conversation. So parang learning vicariously through the experience of other successful women.
Mm-hmm.
So yun siya. And also to provide support sa kanilang mental health. Kasi di
Yes.
ba tayong girls, we want to feel inspired
Yes.
sometimes. Alam mo yun, parang lalo na pag hormones.
Ah, actually,
May ganon. So,
complicated tayo eh.
oo. So, pero pag nakakarinig ng story uy, parehas kami. Kaya ko din. Mga ganon.
Mm.
So, kaya ganun si QIB.
Oo. I think maganda
Teen
nga
siya.
yung insight mo. Maganda yung insight mo about women needing a community. Kasi Diyos ko, kahit nga nung bata lang tayo, di ba? Pupunta lang ng CR in droves eh, di ba? Kailangan in groups.
Yeah.
I think I think ganun
Oo.
talaga ang babae. It's more of like,
Yeah.
we want to be part of, di ba, of this close-knit kind of family to be able to be empowered. Which is, I think, is
Yeah.
a very noble drive na ginagawa ng QIB. I was going to
Thank
ask you nga
you.
eh. I was actually going to ask you, why female entrepreneurs only? Why did you focus on females? Bakit hindi kasali ang mga lalaki?
Sige, ganito na lang. To put it simply, kasi ako iniisip ko din noon eh. Kailangan ko din bang tulungan yung mga boys? Parang hindi naman. Kasi hindi ko rin naman makarelate sa kanila. Pero kasi, I believe kasi that females kasi are very impactful.
Yeah.
Lalo na sa household. So parang ang nangyayari is, for example, may isang queen dyan, queen of the house, diba? Yung ilaw ng tahanan. Pag moody siya, malungkot siya, galit siya, everyone in the household is affected,
Correct.
'di ba?
Correct.
So, I mean, if I'm really going to create an impact in in people's lives, focus lang ako sa girls, sa
Mhm.
women. Kasi nga, hindi naman magiging man ang boy kung hindi siya pinalaki ng isang, alam mo yun, yung fully supported and kayang-kaya na woman. Hindi
Tama
rin
ka dyan.
magiging woman ang isang girl kung hindi siya in-advocate ng isang woman. 'Di ba?
Correct.
So yun talaga ang reason bakit females ang naging focus ko.
Ang galing. But this is not of course to alienate ang mga viewers
Hindi
natin, ang
naman.
mga guys, of course.
May mga anak tayo na may mga anak din tayo na lalaki.
Oo, mga lalaki anak ko. Now, you mentioned earlier that you chose Spotify. Is it an more ideal thing than other platforms?
Actually, here kasi sa Philippines, what I've noticed kasi, not all people are adept to Apple Podcasts eh. But a
Yes.
lot of people are already using Spotify. Premium yan or free. They are on Spotify. And that's basically the reason why I chose Spotify, for us to be able to reach pa more people. And perhaps siguro na din, part na din doon is yung demographics wise. Kasi, di ba, in digital marketing, napansin namin na majority talaga ng, for example, if you're aiming for the luxury side,
Yeah.
most of them are using Apple Podcasts. Pero if you want the more masa side and talagang broader audience,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have Spotify. So kaya isa yun sa distribution channel na pinili namin talaga. And also because I'm a fan of Spotify.
Yun. Magandang tip yan. Don't just dive into a platform. You should also research, di ba? I think it's a good research that you went through the demographics and everything before choosing a platform. Do you think females are more stressed out as entrepreneurs than male entrepreneurs? In your opinion lang.
In my opinion, depende sa kanya. Kasi 'di
Mm.
ba meron tayong tinatawag na feminine and masculine energy.
Yes.
So, pag masculine energy, ito yung talagang more on doing, accomplishing things, yan. And then yung feminine energy naman yung more relaxed, kalmado, attracting things. And depende sa girl, sa woman, kung
Mm-hmm.
ano yung klaseng energy na meron siya. Kasi ang napansin ko, hindi lahat ng babae may masculine energy.
Yes.
Lahat ng babae may feminine energy. Yung iba, nasakto lang na both. 50-50. So, ang nangyayari, if yung babae is more feminine siya, and then she plans on accomplishing something, medyo merong medyo nahihirapan siyang mag-accomplish ng things. Kasi, kailangan niya talaga ng support. Kasi, sobrang feminine eh. So, kailangan i-advocate na, ito yung mga things na kailangan mo. Pwede mong gawin, ito yung mga tools na pwede mong gamitin, ganyan. And pag masculine naman, pag sobrang masculine ng babae, nagkaka-problem naman siya sa relationship side. So, usually it's either annulled, divorced, or nagkakaroon ng on the rocks ang relationship, or hindi okay ang relationships with parents, or sa mga employee niya na lalaki, and so on. So, yun yung mga napapansin namin. And so, basically, iba-iba rin talaga yung problems sila. Merong confidence issue, fear of accomplishing things, meron ding validation concern, getting assurance na, tama ba yung ginagawa ko? Or also, how do you navigate through uncertainty if you are heading on a new thing na sobrang unknown for
Yes.
you? How do you manage that? Mga ganun. Sobrang dami. And I think because of the pandemic, nilalabas niya tong mga ganitong klase ng
Exactly.
things na emotions, problems sa
Oo.
mga tao right now. So, it's a discovery, but at the same time, for me, it's growth.
Yeah.
Kasi if it's something new, ibig sabihin asa next level ka eh. If it's the same thing, ibig sabihin nag-stagnant ka. Wala nangyari sa'yo.
Kasi nga ako naman, I was
Mm-mm.
thinking, ang mahirap din when you're a female entrepreneur is because you're not just focused on the job. Like, ako nga, bago ko gawin to, kailangan ko pang ayusin yung pagkain ng mga anak ko. Yung mga ganun. So, there are other things
Ako
that,
naman panatulog ko yung anak ko.
nagpatulog ka ng anak. I'm just intrigued. How big is the community?
Right now, siguro we're reaching about 50,000
Holy
in
Lord!
all.
Oh
All
my
in
God,
all
I had no
sa ano
idea.
namin.
Huge!
Ganun siya. So,
Tell it.
surprising. It's
Since
nice.
you guys are so huge now, can you tell me nga, how has having a community helped these entrepreneurs, these female entrepreneurs right now?
Etong community namin kasi na nandito ka na rin sa loob, itong si Hi-Fi na to, it became a safe space for women to be vulnerable eh. And I think during the pandemic kasi ang hirap kasi hindi ka maka-interact sa social groups mo.
Exactly.
Wala nang wine night, wala nang get together ng gantong araw, wala tayong coffee time, walang mga event. So it was really hard to feel na isolated ka sa bahay ka lang. Kasama mo, yun at yun lang. Parang nakakasuka, ganun. So, pero hindi, love ka naman sila lahat.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga. Because of pero yun nga yung community. Yung community kasi, it became a safe space for women to be vulnerable and it provided support pa din. So parang feeling ng iba, dahil yung mga ongoing na ganun conversations na malalalim, hindi, parang, ay, ano pa din, meron pa rin akong friendships kahit kami nagkikita. Ganun. Kasi we're also conducting din kasi mga mini Zoom calls noon eh. Pero we're going to revive that. Pero through Clubhouse naman. Dati Zoom, pero ngayon Clubhouse. May bago na naman ko, digital platform.
Sige, lituhin mo ako. Sige, lituhin mo pa ako. Ayan, total nabanggit
pero
mo yan.
So, connectedness.
Total nabanggit mo yan. I'd like to know, and maybe our viewers would like to know, what else do you do? What are the activities that is part of Queens in Biz or part of the hi-fi community?
So actually, si hi-fi community, meron siyang elite membership circle. So inside the elite membership circle, it's a paid community, but it's more custom and personalized. For example, the female entrepreneur decides to, kailangan ko talaga ng support on a deeper level. Kasi we kasi inside the hi-fi, kami mga hi-fi coaches, we believe that yung isang journey ng isang tao na to is really very different sa journey nito. Kasi magkaiba sila ng perspective.
True.
So yung pagbigay namin ng solution, hindi siya pwedeng the same. Kasi for sure, magkaiba sila. Iba rin kung paano nila yun i-implement. So that's why si EMC, Hi-Fi EMC, or Elite Membership Circle, is an invite-only kind of community. So invite only at the same time application din siya. And we provide support on a customized level. So that's one. Second, we are also reopening yung mga hi-fi calls namin. Because before it was QIB was a live stream eh. So people can come in, live stream, ganyan, and then post questions, etc., etc. But we're changing it now into hi-fi Clubhouse. Sa Hi-Fi Clubhouse naman, di ba nauso si Zoom calls, webinars, and all. So because of this new application that is very intriguing in the market, si Clubhouse, para ka nagki-create ng Zoom rooms and then anyone can join in. Parang ganun siya. Tapos you get to talk to each other. So para siyang literal na virtual, para kayo nasa isang networking event, tapos may mga tent. Tapos pwede kang pumasok.
May breakout rooms. Breakout rooms.
Ayan, parang ganyan, breakout rooms. Kung gusto mong pumasok, ganito yung theme, ganito yung usapan, pasok ka. Gusto mo mag-interact, go ahead. So ibabalik namin siya. So that's the upcoming thing that we're going to do starting this February. And then the third is ongoing pa rin si QIB. So, because we are on season 3 right now, patuloy pa din yung pag-interview namin ng mga wonderful women in business. Katulad ni Karen Fernandez. Yan.
Anyone who's new in business, they can apply naman sa
Oh,
hi-fi.
they can apply naman. Sa Hi-Fi Elite Membership Circle, they can apply. Pero meron ding free community. Si free community is yung facebook.com/allhailthequeens.
Yeah.
facebook.com/groups/allhailthequeens yan.
Alam mo, kailangan
Yun yung ano.
kailangan magkwento ka tungkol dyan. Why did you choose to call your community Queens?
Kasi not everyone, not all women knows their value,
And
their
the
worth,
potential.
and the potential as individuals. Kasi ako, I believe talaga that all women talaga are queens. It's just that hindi pa nila nare-realize yun.
Yeah.
So, kailangan lang silang tawaging queens. Baka sakali maalala nila, oy, queen ka, girl.
Bangon girl,
Oo.
ano ka ba?
Bangon, girl. Ganon. Oo. Kaya queens. Oo. Parang ano din siya. Reminder at the same time for them to really embody
Yeah.
the values and yung mga how to think, ganyan. Mga strategies of a queen.
I know na may achievement si QIB on Spotify. Kasi nakita ko yung announcement mo one time.
Oo.
Yes,
Actually, hindi,
namin
it,
yun.
ano siya, na-nominate siya sa Podcast Awards Asia. So, ang, oo,
Big deal yun.
kaya lang, sobrang dami na, pero madami kaming kalaban. Hindi lang kami yung nandoon. Pero, I mean, the fact that we were nominated there,
Yeah.
we're happy.
Yan sa akin, the mere fact nga na you were nominated and you were just what? 1 year old? Shy?
Well, when it comes to case studies, marami kami achievements.
Mm.
Case studies right now.
Yes.
Pero pagdating sa awards, I think we haven't really did anything like that pa at the moment. Kasi Hi-Fi is a very baby network.
Mhm.
1 year pa lang siya actually. Pati si Hi-Fi Elite Membership Circle, we started less than a year. Pero yung growth ng mga members namin and breakthrough, sobrang dami. And hindi pa namin siya nilalabas kasi we're not yet finished sa pilot na group. Kasi we opened it last year and we created different milestones for each queens. And then pagdatapos yun, saka namin nalabas lahat ng case studies. And then yun na. Aabangan nilang lahat yung mga awards na yan kasi padating na yan. Ay,
Ang galing. Hindi, I believe naman talaga. Where do you plan to take Queens in Biz in the future? What are your future plans for the entire community, so to speak?
so, QAB mismo, it's going
Mm.
to be a separate brand talaga. And I want it to become a
Oh.
female-focused Forbes style. Yun ang gusto kong... yun talaga
Ang
yung
girl na
direction
to,
ng Queens in
I
Win.
love how you yung, di ba? Talaga, at saka ang peg
Yeah.
natin, huwag tayong dumanasa, mag-Forbes tayo. Ganon. Ganon. Ganon, girl.
Yun agad, Forbes agad. Yeah.
Di ba? Huwag ka nang dumaan dito. Okay, tell me more about that. Parang na-intriga ako dyan. Tell me more.
Kasi si QIB kasi, because right now, what we're doing in the back end is we're producing different assets and preparing yung things that we are going to distribute. Kasi yung lahat ng podcast kasi, parang yung ginawa ni Tools of the Titans. If, di ba, si Team Fairies.
Yes, yes.
So what he did, out of all his podcasts, he produced a book, Tools of the Titans. And then, from there, he became New York Times bestselling author. And then talaga taas-taas na siya. So ako naman, hindi man ako madamot, and I don't want to be the sole face of QIB. So what we are doing at the back end is to reproduce naman, nag-start na kami sa ebook called Empire Building
Yes.
sorry, not ebook e-magazine. So all of the seasons meron siyang magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Doon kami nag-start. So palabas na siya actually. Hopefully by March 1st, malabas na yung volume 1. And then every quarter we're going to release volumes per season kasi siya. And then also, yun na, magsa-start na yung hi-fi-queens.com hanggang sa maging parang na siyang Forbes. Pero female focused lang.
Nice. I like how you're planning. I like how you're planning the future of your brand. At saka ang isang napansin ko sa brand mo is sobrang focused. Sobrang focused yung brand,
Yeah.
which I actually appreciate because you know that there are a lot of brands na, dito, ganyan, ganyan. But your brand is so focused and talagang merong parang 5 years or 15 years mo ng pinlano kung saan pupunta. Very streamlined. Ang galing ng...
Actually!
Totoo pala! Ang galing eh! And, ganyan ang pag-iisip ng isang entrepreneur. I swear. Of course, it won't be a rocket chick video unless I ask you on a personal note. Personal note. How has...
Personal na.
Yes, personal na to. Personal na. How has putting up Hi-Fi or Queens in Biz, how has this helped you business-wise?
Ako naman kasi because I own a digital agency. It's called Melper Digital. And part of it is meron kaming SaaS. Okay, it's called Bavio. So it serves naman personal brands. So pag sabi ng personal brands, anyone who's currently selling courses, digital products, for example, you're doing POD, you are a consultant, and so on and so forth. So yun yung talagang pinaka backbone na business. So how it helped me when it comes to the community naman, it helped me become, hindi naman popular, pero it helped me put my name out there. And mas naging trustworthy ako as an individual and as a face of our agency. And it also helps me connect with different wonderful women in business. Katulad ni Karen. Di ba?
Ako na naman.
So yeah, ganun yung mga bagay. So kasi right now, having an online community, I believe it's really an edge. In whatever type of business you have. If you have a community, medyo may edge ka, and also may advantage ka in terms of marketing and pag-develop ng brand advocates, because it helps you show your yung human side mo. If wala kang community and if you're not being vulnerable out there, medyo unless talaga may budget ka to do that.
Yeah.
Go. Pero pag ikaw pa lang nag-start ka and all, mas madali. So, kumbaga organic marketing siya.
Yeah.
For me and also for the rest of the people that I'm collaborating with. Kasi parang nangyari kasi sa community namin is naging parang naging networking platform na din talaga siya. Dami na nakakilala ng ganito, ganyan, then nagkaroon sila ng business, nag-collaborate sila sa ganito. So yun yung maganda. So it's not only helping me, but all of the queens who has contributed contents, anyone who participated in all of our activities, talagang nagkaroon ng breakthrough and nagkaroon ng milestone and na-materialize siya through the community. I said, it's just, it's a community for me to connect with other women and for me then to accomplish my mission, which is support women holistically, especially the mental health.
Exactly. Can you give a tip sa isang tao, isang content creator na gustong mag-build ng community?
Sige. So building a community, actually I'm advocating community building. If you have skillshare.com, ako yung unang makikita yung mukha doon pag tinype yung community building. Number 1 kasi, you have to determine the purpose of your community. sobrang importante yun. Hindi ka gagawa ng community na hindi mo alam kung ano yung reason kung bakit mo siya ginagawa. Okay. So to give you guys an idea, when I say purpose, is it for people to network? Is it because you're going to provide personal support? As in, ikaw yung pinaka-face sa loob? Is it for you to provide technical demos? Maganon. So, as specific as possible, dapat. And pag nagawa mo na siya, you have to keep in mind that it's like you are building your own lounge. Okay,
Mhm.
don't expect people to suddenly engage on each other, blah, blah, blah. In the first 6 months, it's going to be gruesome. You really have to um, navigate and facilitate the interactions and the engagements within your community. So para kang dahil nga lounge, magpapaparty ka ba? Sipin mo, paano sila mag-uusap-usap? Diba? Kung hindi sila magkakilala, meron ka
Mhm.
bang gagawin na activity sa loob? Kasi kung wala, the conversation will not start ever. So you have to do
Exactly.
something inside. Kasi that's the only way for them to get to know each other. And kailangan mo siyang maging consistent. Consistency is super important para people build a habit out of your community. If you're really serious in building your community, kasi hindi mo siya ginawang parang habitual. For example, yung activity na you decided to create is every Mondays at 3 p.m. Ito, pag hindi mo siya sinunod-sunod for the next 21 days, madali kang makalimutan. And you don't want that. Kaya ka nga nagbi-build ng community kasi it's an important asset for your business.
Mhm.
Or baka business or baka just for yourself. So kailangan mong alagaan.
Okay, we're at the home stretch na, Melissa. I don't want to keep you for longer dahil baka magising ang iyong bebe. So,
Oo.
my
Sige.
last, maybe, say last encouraging words for female entrepreneurs right now.
Sige. Sige. First is remember that you are a woman. Okay, we have to take things slow. Slow as in, kasi minsan ang babae parang nagsa-self-sabotage tapos, ay, ganito yung gagawin ko rin. Di ba? Parang naging kiti-kite. Pag,
Nakita ko
pag
sarili
ganong
ko doon.
level,
Okay.
pero pag ganong level ka na, kailangan mong mag-reset. Kailangan mong, muna, kalma ka muna. And you have to take a step back and retrospect. You have to go into retrospection and look at what is actually happening on a 360-degree view. It's something that I really advocate, lalo na sa girls, kasi sometimes women tend to be, alam mo yun, nakafocus lang tayo, nakaganon tayo eh.
Mhm.
So, as much as being focused is super important, when it comes to the point na parang you're already self-sabotaging, kailangan mo mag-retrospect for
Yeah.
you to know what you're going to do next. And once you have determined, okay, what you're going to do next, you have to set your concrete goals. Concrete goals that you want to achieve. Once that has been set in place, manifest tayo. We have to manifest and really believe that we already have it. And once you believe that you already have it, then what would your life look like when you already have those things? And just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Huwag ka titigil. Gawin lang ng gawin. Pero if you're already at the point of feeling mo, nag-self-sabotage ka na naman, take a step back and then just live your life. And focus ka lang muna sa kung anong nangyayari sa now versus, ito yung mangyayari sa akin. Wag ganun masyado. Kasi na-manifest mo na eh. Pag
Yeah.
na-set mo na
Yeah.
yung goal, na-manifest mo na, ando na yon and you're already living it. Just live your life on a daily basis. Just continue what you have to do. And then magulat ka na lang, ay, andito na pala. I'm
Mhm.
here.
Okay, those are very nice words coming from Melissa. As in, sobra, thank
Thank you.
you for joining us today.
Appreciate it.
Yes, love it, love it, love it. Ang daming, nagna-notes ako eh, hindi lang halata, nagna-notes ako. Love it. And I hope everyone watching were also taking down notes. Alalahanin, connect. Connect pa rin. Even if we're all far apart, connect pa rin tayo.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you again, Melissa. Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Karen. Thank you,
And for everyone
everyone.
watching, thank you and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.